Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. No matter what time you're tuned in to this video, we just hope you're doing good. We salute and applaud you for just staying plugged in. This is day 15 of the VIP challenge, and hopefully you get some nuggets, and we're just getting started. I know we gave you or told you that this was a 30-day challenge, but we really want a lifelong success happening just from you participating and taking action on the challenge from the get-go. So that being said, without further ado, of course, you got yours truly, the one and only Mr.
And Mrs.
Smith, your instructors for this VIP challenge. Let's dive in.
Yes, you guys. So look, you're halfway through the challenge. So again, pat yourself on the back. You are doing a phenomenal job. Make sure you're keeping up with everything that we're teaching. Make sure you're applying as we go, and you will achieve really, really good results. So by this time in the challenge, you already have your letters mailed off as it pertains to credit. And we've really been diving in on what is my econ, the personal financial success company. Why should I continue that $34.95 per month? Well, it's loaded if you can't tell already. You've already adjusted your W-4. Some of you should be seeing a difference by this paycheck. If not, it'll be your next paycheck if you had errors on your form. We talked about debt elimination, figuring out your debt freedom date. We brushed a little bit over investments, but of course we have more knowledge for you. We talked about record keeping. Yesterday we went really, really deep into the IRS and things that you can write off on your taxes, you guys, just by being in business. So, I mean, there's a lot of things. I probably skipped over some things, but I don't want to make the recap too long. It's loaded with everything that you need to be financially free, from credit to debt elimination to more income to tax knowledge to investments and setting your kids up for greatness. All right. So that's what we're all about. And we are going to bring the heat again. Don't forget, you guys, before we dive in, that you also want to invite people that you know. If they want to better their credit, better their finances, just better their situation as a whole, invite them to the 5-day credit challenge, okay? We are about to start another 5-day credit challenge on Monday. So you want to make sure that, look, each one teach one. You want to be a blessing. You're learning, you're growing, you're building. Let's reach back and let's help other people to do the same thing, all right? Let's dive in.
Absolutely. And as you know, this is the personal financial success company, My Econ. And in My Econ, basically, we have a saying known as cash, asset, cash. Now, when you were restoring your credit, I know you probably had your own personal or selfish goals, for lack of better words, that you wanted to accomplish with your credit score, whether it was to acquire a car or acquire a home. But we want you to change your mindset and think about your credit as a tool of leverage to grow and build wealth. But at the same time, if you understand our cash, asset, cash principle, what that basically means is this. We want you to take some cash, invest it into an asset that can bring you more cash. So that's what we're all about, showing you how to increase your cash flow in a way that allows it to bring in more cash because you use that cash to grab an asset. Now, another reason to keep the My Econ membership is because that $34.95 is not an expense. It's an asset. You're paying for something that enhances your knowledge base, your credit skills, your network, and your ability to grow your income for a lifetime. So you have to have more assets than liabilities in order for you to build wealth. That's the simple formula for wealth. Having more assets than liabilities, the assets bring you in money, the liabilities take away money, and the more assets you have, the better. So this is an asset, and you shouldn't trade it in for nothing in the world. So what I want to do is I want to click on the Income Shifting membership, and this is what comes with your membership. I know you thought it was only credit that you got access to, but rude awakening. We got you more than what you asked for because we really want to see you win. So, of course, you got the My Credit System and a ton of other things. We already went over the Cash Flow Manager, your ability to keep records and, you know, write off expenses that you may have if you decide to do business, your cell phone bill, your internet, paying your kids' wages, the whole 9 yards, debt elimination, all of the things the Queen recap. But what we really want to put a strong emphasis on and focus on is these financial freedom videos. You see, when we talk about cash, asset, cash, it's one thing to get cash as we show you how to do it, but it's another thing to understand what assets exist, what assets are available out there. What do you think about when you think about the term assets? Some people think about real estate. Some people think about stocks, bonds, mutual funds. Some people think about platforms and memberships like this that show you how to make all of that come to life. All of those are correct. But what we did was come up with a group of videos that can really educate you on where to put your money as it relates to investing, as it relates to stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and things of that nature. And this is what we got to put out in the form of a disclaimer. We are not financial advisors. And I know you might hear a lot of people that tell you, well, you need to have somebody invest in your money for you or do this for you. And that may be true to a degree. But think about the people who have been beat financially. Think about, well, you might not know this story, but Rihanna actually was paying somebody to do her accounting and things of that nature. And if you don't have an understanding of it, somebody can bamboozle you. Somebody can get over on you, and they wind up getting more money out of your money. What we say is don't always be so quick to outsource things when it comes to your finances. If you want to outsource something, outsource cutting your grass. You want to outsource something, outsource getting your car cleaned or cleaning your house. When you want to outsource something that it doesn't require much. All it requires is 2 hands and the ability to clean. Outsource those things. But when it comes to your money, you get an understanding for it first. Once you have that understanding for it, now if you do outsource it, you at least know when they made a mistake. You at least know if they wasn't properly allowing you to claim deductions that you qualify for, if they wasn't putting your money in the best place that could have grew it to a different location. So just have an understanding for it for one, and that allows your money to go further, faster, and that's what we're here to do.
And another thing that he was meaning to add is, you guys, you want to be able to just have a conversation at the table, okay? When you're talking about your life, when you're talking about your retirement, your future, your kids' future, you should be able to have a conversation, okay? You should be able to at least know the terminology, the facets of each thing that they're bringing up to you. So just know the game. We're not saying that, yeah, you should be in complete control of everything. All we're saying is be able to have a conversation. You can outsource your credit, but check it out. We've been teaching you ways to repair it yourself, giving you a do-it-yourself system so that you can at least learn, you can at least understand the 5 factors of credit before you just outsource that to somebody else. So that's all we're saying.
Absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. So I just want to give you a brief synopsis of this one video in the Financial Freedom videos. And we just talk about certain things so you can understand terminology as it relates to building wealth. Because sometimes it's just a matter of understanding terminology, but they'll run over your head with terms and using all these big words. If you just understand the terminology when they speak their language, you're able to connect. So here we talk about terminologies and concepts so you can understand that. We get into cash equivalents. What's that? How, to use them if you use them, or should you not use them at all? We dive deep into bonds, the types of bonds and the benefits from that and how it can save you taxes on that end. So when we talk about you keeping more of your money, we're not just talking about just debt elimination alone or just business tax deductions. The way you invest your money also allows you to keep your money in the form of taxation as well. We also talk about stocks and the different types of stocks that come along with it. You see, within this one category of stocks, we dive into all of the different ones that go into it. You have access to that type of information. We also dive deep into number 4, which is, if I can get to it, mutual funds. Mutual funds, the power of it. The different bullet points that you want to understand about mutual funds so you can find out which one is right for you, or do you want a combination of them all so you can be fully diversified. ETFs, also known as exchange traded funds. Understanding all of these bullet points. That way, if you're sitting down with someone and they tell you they want you to have this, you're like, nah, that's a cash equivalent. I don't want that. I want something that can yield me this. Now you can have a conversation and like, oh, this person knows their stuff. This person is a My Econ associate and they are trained to not get beat when it comes to their money. We talk about annuities, the power in those, when you might want to make that transition to annuities because it's safer for your cash flow and your investments if you want to pull out. We talk about the different types of places that you can invest if a financial advisor is needed. All of these different things, and this is just the first video, so you want to get really astute in these areas for the sake of just knowing it for yourself, and then if you decide to outsource it later, at least you have an understanding of it. So like she said, don't hesitate when it comes to sharing this information with someone else to get them in a 5-day credit challenge that can lead them to a lifetime of wealth. I'm going to say that again. Don't hesitate to expose somebody to a 5-day credit challenge that can lead them to a lifetime of wealth. It's powerful.
Yes, you guys. As you can see, these videos are a little bit longer, so I don't want you to panic. You have time, space them out, and watch them. I don't know about you, but this kind of stuff makes me super, super excited. Like, you know, being young, having children, being married, I want to make sure I'm set up correctly. I don't want to be that person working when I'm 70, 80, 90 years old. I don't want to literally work until I die like most Americans. So dedicate the time, you guys. Just maybe over the weekend, you know, 1 video a day or something like that. Have you a notebook? I'm big on that. I'm probably going to say that in every video. Have you a notebook where you're taking good notes about investments, and then when you're ready to invest, because you may not be ready at this time, at least start learning, understanding the different types so that when you're ready, you're ready.
I love it. So, we don't want to make this video any longer than it has to be. We'll let you know what the financial freedom videos are, the purpose of them, and the power in it, so you can really get on track for financial success, personal financial success, which is what we specialize in, because you have to take your finances personally. That's all I got. That's all you got?
Yep.
That's all we got. Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
Signing out.